Terence is pound for pound the best fighter in the world. So, I've been wanting this fight for a long time. I'm more than ready for this fight. I'm in the best condition in my life. It's my time to become world champion again, 2-time.
Champ, what do you remember about that meeting? That was a great time we had in Vegas. The top-ranked family was all here. And I remember he stopped you. He said, hey, and here we are.
Fact check. I went up to him. He didn't come up to me. And I asked him, was he going to make weight? And that's when he asked me and told me that I was winning out of opponents.
All right. You heard that. He said, hey, you're going to be able to make weight. And there's been a lot of concern about you making welterweight. Any challenges, Camp, for right now?
No challenges. I don't know if you've seen any pictures of me, but you can see I'm in fantastic shape. This is the best I've ever been in my career. As I'm getting older, I'm like a fine wine. I'm getting better as I'm getting older, to be honest with you. I'm not blowing it up in weight. I'm controlling my weight. I've been able to have top nutritional food to fuel me through my training sessions. So I'm ready. I am ready for this fight. There's no excuses. I'm absolutely mentally and physically in the prime of my life, ready to go out there and get involved in a war.
Do you feel overlooked by the fans, by the media? Does that affect you?
Yeah, there's no pressure on me in this fight, but I've put that pressure on myself, to go out there and just to be great. These people writing me off saying Terence is, it's an easy fight for him. I think Terence knows himself that I'm not an easy fight. He knows this, and I put the pressure on myself because before I hang my gloves up, I've always wanted to bring the best out of me, and since I knew this fight got made, I've took myself away from my daughter, from my missus and my family, took myself out to training camp and pushed myself, from the day one till right now. So there's no excuse. I'm ready to go out there and perform the best I can perform.
Champ, you've been in the bubble now a few times to watch your teammates. You think that gives you an idea of what to expect? Give you a little advantage here in the bubble?
Well, at the end of the day, you got to fight the fight. Fans can't fight for you. It's kind of a bummer that the fans is not going to be able to attend the fight, but at the same time, this is nothing new to me. Like I said, I done fought in arenas where it was 50 people, so I know what to expect. I've been there before, and come Saturday, nothing's going to be different.
I want to talk to you and ask about Monday's media call, because Kell said he believes he can make you quit on the stool. That was on the media call. What was your reaction to that?
He's going to have to, live up to his words. I'm not the one that ever quit in a fight. I can't say the same for him, though.
He referred to you as the pound-for-pound champ. ESPN's got you #1 as the pound-for-pound champ. Do you feel that puts a little bit more pressure on you when you enter the ring? Do you carry that with you? It's a mythical title, but do you carry that with you knowing that I'm the #1 on the planet right now?
Well, not really, because I always felt like I was #1. I always stated that I felt like I was #1 pound for pound in the world. So I don't see why people would think that it would add any pressure to me. This is, what I do. And I'm comfortable with going in the ring this weekend like any other fight.
I love it. Kell, I want to read a couple fights here. Wilder over Fury, Hunnigan over Curry, Lewis over Holyfield. What would a Kell Brook victory over Crawford rank on that list coming onto U.S. soil?
I think for me, I'd have to arguably say #1. What I've been through, and, for me to come through, not just take a world champion, but to be the world champion, what everyone considers pound for pound #1. But I love a challenge, I'm not going to shy away from this fight. I know how good Terence is. I know it's going to be an hard fight. That's why I prepared the way I have. I'm a big welterweight. I can punch with both hands. I can switch. I've seen everything. I've done this all my life. This is what I do. So as warriors, we're gonna go out there and just gonna put on a great show for the fans what are watching it.
You mentioned, and you've been talking about your shape a lot now, sitting here on stage, about how great your camp has been, how you physically stay in shape in between fights. It's been a minute since your last fight. Talk a little bit specifically about camp. And you mentioned being away from family, what that's done to get you to this point.
You know, because, you know, where I'm from in Sheffield, you know, it's a ride away from the gym, you know, and there's plenty of distractions for where I live, you know, plenty of distractions. I always start tightening that diet up and the training, getting closer to the fight, and sometimes it's too late. For someone like Terence, I took myself away as soon as I knew this fight were on, and give myself the perfect opportunity to knuckle down and realize why I'm away from my family, you know, to be great. And this Saturday is one of them nights.
Champ, you've been in the bubble. It can get pretty quiet in there, but I've got it written down here that your mother and your grandmother and a small, you know, Omaha contingency is going to be in the bubble. What's that going to mean to you to be able to hear their voices clearly like that in the bubble cheering you on?
Well, it means a lot, being that, you know, I never really had too many fights without my family actually being there to support me. And it just added a little more motivation to me going out there and taking care of business come Saturday.
Well, before we wrap up, you got the champ sitting right here. Anything you want to say?
There's nothing I can say. The talking's done. There's nothing I can say. All the work is done in the gym. It's just time to perform now. I'm ready.
Champ?
I wish him the best.
Awesome. Gentlemen, I'm going to ask you to put your microphones on the stools behind you. Make your way to the X right there for the first face-off. It is the WBO Welterweight Championship of the World. Kell Brook, Terence Crawford. Saturday, November 14th, ESPN. The main event will begin approximately 7 o'clock Pacific. ESPN Deportes.
One time!
This is boxing. This is Top Rank. We will see you Saturday, November 14th for the WBO Welterweight Championship of the World. Happy Veterans Day, everybody.
It's time to go to work. There you go. There you go.
All right, guys.
There you go. It's time to go to work. It's time to go to work.
All right, we got interviews to do, guys. Let's go. Let's wrap it up.
Send him home, bud. Send him home. Send him back to New Zealand.
That nigga said New Zealand. Damn, they still, nigga, they still facing off, y'all. They still facing off. These boys ain't playing.
Come on.
The nigga trying to get between of them. Move, nigga, let them face off, nigga. Let them face off, baby. Let them face off, baby. Yeah, that's what I miss right there. That's what I miss seeing, y'all. Yeah. That's what I miss seeing right there, man. Nigga, look at my eyes. Let them know we ain't playing with him. Let them know we ain't playing with him. Look at his eyes. Yeah. Big boy face off, man. Big boy face off. Yeah, Kell Brook. I don't know, man. Kell look good. Kell look good, man. I ain't gonna sit here and say Kell don't look good. Kell look good. Look like he on weight. But one thing that I noticed, nigga, Crawford taller. Crawford, like he a little bit taller. Yeah, they go to face off. Yeah, look at him. Face to face, nose to nose. This shit getting real out here, boy. Yeah, we did. Yeah, hey, this shit out here getting real, man. Hey, man, we 2 days away We got Thursday, Friday, then Saturday. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. I want to know, man, how y'all feeling out there right now, man? How y'all feeling out there right now? Y'all worried for that? Are y'all worried for Crawford? Are y'all worried for Crawford? My bad, man. I'm yelling to the mic. I'm yelling to the motherfucking mic. My bad. Are y'all worried? Anybody out there worried for Bud? Anybody out there worried for Bud, man? I don't know, man. Kell Brook look like Kell Brook looking good, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Kell Brook out there looking good, man. He looked to be in shape. You know what I'm saying? But Bud looked to be bigger, man. Bud looked to be a little bit bigger than Kell. You know what I mean? He looked taller. And it looked like he probably gonna have the reach advantage too. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, I'm ready for this fight, man. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. This a big fight. This right here a big fight. Yeah, it's a big fight, man. Bud taking a knee? Okay. What up? Let me go to the roll call right quick, man. I know I ain't did a roll call yet. Roll call. Dwayne B. was good. Mr. Vegas. Black Star Sports TV. Siler Childs was good. Kieran Alex was good. Alexis, my bad, was good. Austin GT. Future Pass TV was good. Gucci Kid. What up? What up? Quay. What up? What up? Dan Potter. What up? What up? Chase That Coin. What up? Gucci Kid. What's good? Half a pound #1. What's going on, man? How y'all doing out there, man? Y'all got butterflies? Yeah, I got butterflies. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I got butterflies for Bud, man. Hey, man. Kell looking too good out there, man. Kell looking like he in shape, man. He looking like he goddamn me believe in himself. He out here saying, I had to get away from my family. That's that Mike Tyson shit right there, ain't it? That's that Mike Tyson shit right there, ain't it? He had to get away from his family. He had to get his mind focused on one goal, on one task at hand. And that's beating the pound for pound baddest man throwing down Terence Crawford. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. It sounds like he took this shit serious. It sounds like he took this shit serious, man. Any man who hop in that ring with anybody got a chance. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I know. I've been telling y'all Kell Brook was a legitimate threat for months now. I'm the one who said Kell Brook could beat Keith Thurman. I still believe that. I still believe that. And Kell Brook comes Saturday night, I believe he gonna get Crawford everything Crawford want. I still don't think that's gonna be enough. I still don't think that's gonna be enough, man. Sometimes, man, you just know what you're getting into. Sometimes you just know that man, that dog, what I'm seeing from Bud Crawford, I ain't seeing it from nobody else. I'm seeing a level of skill, a level of invincibility, almost. I ain't saying the man unbeatable. I ain't saying that the man can't never be beat. I'm just saying right now, what I'm seeing. I don't think nobody, right now, I don't think no welterweight can beat Terence Crawford, man. I don't think not one welterweight can beat Terence Crawford. I think that boy's a bad boy. Yes, sir. I think he one of the best of our era. And he has a chance to prove it Saturday night. Go out there and you do a better job on Brook than what Earl Spence did. Earl Spence was in a tough fight for a little while. He was in a tough fight for a little while. And then he made his way out. So we all know Kell Brook got a pedigree, man. That's something we can't take away from Kell Brook, no matter if we like him or don't like him. The man got pedigree. The man came to America. He been to America before. Don't forget. He came to America before and took a nigga title. He came to America before and took somebody's title. I ain't bullshitting. Ask Sean Porter. Ask Sean Porter if I'm lying. So all I'm saying is this, man. At the end of the day, this guy Kell Brook got as good a shot as anybody. If y'all think Keith Thurman had a shot of beating got to meet Terence Crawford, then you will be a fool to think Kell Brook don't have that same chance. Yeah. What's going on, y'all? Hey, how we doing out here, man? Anybody want to come on and give me your take on the press conference? You can. If not, man, we're going to get on to another show, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get on down to another show, man. I want to know how y'all feeling out there, man. I want to know y'all reactions to the press conference. Give me y'all reaction, man. Did that face off send chills down your spine? These niggas faced off for like 30 minutes. They faced off about 30 minutes. Get my goddamn tongue. Shit. No man wanted to budge. No man wanted to budge. It was mano y mano. It was mano y mano, Kell Brook. Yeah. Let's go. I'm love what I'm saying from Crawford, man. Bud. Yo, Bud. Yeah. Omaha, stand up. No, we're going to do the official, we're going to do the official prediction show on Friday. I want y'all to get all y'all homework done. I want y'all to get all y'all motherfucking research done. Because I want y'all official prediction on Friday. We ain't going to give it right now. Black Seas. Mike, one of the only channels speaking positive about the fight. This boxing community ain't shit but trolls and haters these days. They gonna give a fuck about boxing. Man, I'm a boxing guy. And hey, Bango for Buck PC gave me you right, I'm nervous. You fucking right, I'm nervous, dog. I'll be lying to you if I say I wasn't nervous about this fight. I know Kell Brook is a legitimate fighter. He a legitimate fighter. I don't care who he lost to. Earl Spence and Gennady. Them two niggas that I ain't shit, I wouldn't be mad at them two losses. Earl Spence and Gennady Golovkin, the only two niggas that beat you? And you been in the ring with Sean Porter too? Come on, man. Like Kell Brook is a legitimate threat, man. At the end of the day, man, we got to see can Kell go in there and impose some of that big man strength he got. Can he catch Crawford with one of those uppercuts? Can he catch Crawford with one of those switch hitters? You know what I'm saying? Like Kell got skill. Black Star Sports TV, what's going on, my brother? Man, talk to your boy, man. Are you getting a little bit nervous about this fight, well, I really don't know who you got, but do you think Crawford gonna get upset?
Man, I tell you, this is a hell of a fight, bro. And you're absolutely right to boost this, man. A lot of the brother Black Caesar was just saying, man. A lot of channels are sleeping on this fight, bro. But I'm gonna tell you, man, for over a year, I've been calling for this, man. The first time they started negotiating this, I kept saying the best fight for Bud is to fight Kell Brook. If you're trying to get to Earl Spence, so this fight is good for both fighters to get to Earl, man. You know, people got to remember they're not really at each other. They're trying to get to the prize, Earl Spence, and they both need this win to get there. Now, my thing is, man, I'm gonna be honest. I got Kell Brook winning, and I'm gonna tell you why. I don't disrespect Bud. Bud got a lot of skills. Bud got we all know those things, man, because it's been overstated to me. But the thing that I question about him is coming up to 147 with these bigger guys is going to pose a different set of problems. Now we done saw little twinks and little things of him that has been, you know, a little problematic. He done got touched on the chin a couple of times, looked a little suspect. You know, he was able to overcome it and get the victory, man. So that's it. That's props to him. But he's never done it with a guy like this. And the guy with the fighting spirit of a Kell Brook and a guy who's been waiting 3 years to come back to get in position to get at Earl Spence, and he's been wanting that rematch since the time of the last fight, man. Everybody forgets this, man. He not worried about no Bud Crawford, man. He looking through Bud Crawford, man. He gonna go out there, like he said, man. He gonna go out there to destroy him. So you got a motivated fighter going out there to go get him. He ain't gonna buck down like Cavanopolis and all whoever he fought, Green Beans, whatever we want to call that dude, man. He did a valiant effort. He rocked Crawford for a second. Okay, that's fine, but he lost. This is a bigger, better test for him, and it's the exact fight that Bud needs. Now, if Bud goes out there and he proves me wrong, he goes out there and he hangs out there with him real tough and go the distance and whatever and outbox him and last and endures that, because Kell is crafty. He's going to test him, man. He's going to be strong on him. He's going to have to wrestle him some. You know what I mean? Hell, that's what Earl had to do, man. And nobody but Earl's been able to do it. You know, Earl was getting out there and he was losing rounds in the beginning, but he weathered the storm. He was able to flip it on him. and then turn his weakness into a strength and defeat the monster. That's what made Earl come out really so strong. Everybody was like, oh hell, you know, woo, nobody wanted to fight Kell Brook back then. So when that came out, that really propelled Earl Spence into where he is today. So this is the same thing for Bud. And Bud was at that fight. People forget he never come to Earl Spence fights, but he was at that fight. And he said, yeah, I picked Earl, but you know, this ain't going to be no joke, man. He had a serious look on his face. He knows what he's up against. That's why when you look at Bud is in great shape. Bud, like he done bulked up a little bit too.
Yes, sir.
He knows it's going to be physical, and he's going to have to be able to match him a little bit on that physical aspect. I don't think he's going to be able to match him all the way, but you know, even if he does for a round or two, will he be able to do it for 12 rounds? You know, to say if he have to. I don't think he got the power to knock him out, because I mean, hell, ain't nobody really knocked Kell Brook out, and he's been in there with Triple G and such, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, motherfuckers talking about fucking knockout, like, bro, Triple G couldn't even knock the man out. He had a broken out, like his towel through the towel in. Earl didn't knock him out. He took a knee. He said, I can't see. Like, he ain't been asleep. He ain't been knocked out cold, or even knocked. Well, did Earl knock him down, or did he take a knee?
Yeah, he took that knee, bro. That body shot the first time. The second time, that was it.
He knocked down on him either. So
yeah,
I say, brother, I agree with everything you said, besides the fucking outcome of the fight.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with everything you said, man. Kell Brook is a bigger, stronger guy than Kavaliauskas, than Jose Benavidez, and probably maybe not as strong as Jeff Horn, but definitely got more skill than Jeff Horn. Definitely like night and day with Jeff Horn. So I agree with everything you said, but has he been in there with the level of boxing IQ as a Terence Crawford? And do we expect Terence Crawford to come in and fight him the same way we seen him fight Kavaliauskas? I don't think so.
See,
Crawford don't understand, like, this man is a bigger than Kavaliauskas. I'm gonna have to fight him like poster for a little bit, and when like round 7, 8, 9 come, then go for the kill.
Yeah, he gonna have to be mobile in this fight for sure, man. But it looked like, as you can see at the weigh-in, man, you see him jumping in and get buck with him. See, that can be a detriment in this fight. He better be smart. He better control himself.
And that's, if you watch any of Bud's press, that's
exactly. And that's half the reason why
all them niggas can get it, man. You feel me?
Yeah, see, and he not gonna be able to help himself, man. I figure he's gonna get drawn in, especially if Kell lands something, and everybody go, you know, you automatically go and get back mode when you hear that from the crowd, like, oh, I gotta get him back, and then you coming into him, man. That's what Kell wants you to do, you know. And then the thing about it, he's gonna tie him up. He's gonna try to hit him and hold you from hitting back, retaliating, you know. And we seen Earl wrestle with him inside to get his arms free to constantly keep punching, and then 6th round he was able to inflict enough damage to where he flipped it on Kell, to where Kell was getting tired. Even his corner man was like, hey man, take it easy, don't do that, you're gonna wear yourself out. You see his corner man, the instructions change in the corner because of what's going on in the fight, and he realized, okay, my guy's is he look like he's getting weaker now. Wait a minute, I gotta ease up on that. Take your time, pick your spots better. And then at that time it was over, man, because Earl was just picking up a steamroll at that time. But this is a good test for Bud, man.
Since you got Kell winning, do you think he's gonna play out like Kell said it? Either Crawford gonna quit it on the stool, or he gonna get knocked out, or you think Kell gonna be able to beat Crawford on points?
Yeah, I don't think he'll get him on his stool, but I do think that if anybody's gonna take a knee in this fight, as we stand right now, in my best opinion of this, I'd have to say I think it would be Bud, simply for the fact that Bud has not been in a war with a guy like that and the consistent pressure. Now, if he's not able to tee off like he like, and if he go out there and pot shot and he trading 2 shots for Kell's 8 or 9, that's not going to balance out well for him. So he's going to have to be more consistent. I expect him to be mobile. If he does that and he stays disciplined to that, then Bud has a better shot of winning. But if he goes in there and gets suckered into the mano a mano and want to get macho and go in there and get cute with him, it's not a guy you want to be cute with, man. I mean, you know, it's a lot of real bangers that he done been in there with. So he, you know what I'm saying, he's been more experienced in that end where Bud hasn't been. And that's my biggest question about Bud. But if Bud is able to pass it, man, then I got to reevaluate that. And then also it's good for us boxing fans because, man, I'm that much more excited to see him and Earl get in the ring then.
Man, I'm right there with you, know what I'm saying? But I just don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't think, man. I just think too much of Crawford, man, to think.
Hey, that's understood. That's understandable. You know it's gonna be a great fight, though, bro.
It's gonna be a spectacular fight, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a live fight chat for it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know what I'm saying. I think it comes on ESPN. in ESPN Plus, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, man. And that's the thing, man. Like brother Black Caesar was saying, man. Anybody who's sleeping on this thinking, well, Bud just gonna walk Kell, man. You better think about that twice. That ain't happening, bro. You talking about bringing them chocolate brownies for you. That's how you say. I can't do the accent.
Look here, man. That's the only thing I don't like about Kell. You goddamn chocolate brownie. Find another name for your punch.
Yeah, man. It sound weird, man.
Yeah, you sweet over here, my man. It's like you sweet over here, my dad. Like. I just don't think Kell Brook, man. I think he got all the skills in the world, like, but it just levels to this shit, man. And when I look at Kell Brook, I think he's a little bit above Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? Not quite to Earl Spence and maybe who knows? Maybe he can beat Earl Spence in a rematch. But I think Crawford beat Earl, and I think Crawford beat everybody in the division, including.
You think Crawford beats Earl? You think he beats Earl?
Oh yeah.
Man, I don't know, bro.
He ain't showing me the level shit, man. He ain't showing
man, I think Earl is the biggest dog in boxing, man. I don't think nobody outworks Earl.
Biggest dog in boxing?
Yeah, bro.
Dogs out there. Hold on, man.
Yeah. Who
the next time?
Huh? You think so?
Dogs out there boxing to be the biggest dog?
Yeah, but Bud is a part-time dog. He don't go dog 24/7. You know, he tries to do other things as well. But Earl is just constantly on you, man. I mean, he outdogs Sean Porter.
Have you ever seen a Bud blown up in between fights?
No, you never seen that. He real disciplined, man. That is to his credit, man. That's big facts.
Earl.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but you know, but now Earl says he learned his lesson. You're right about that, though.
When you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. Earl get ready. He getting into this Bud life. Nigga, Bud been about this life since 31. And that's gonna pay off in the long run. I'm telling you.
Yeah. But you remember, like back in the day, man, with Evander Holyfield, everybody was saying he was a blown up cruiserweight until he fought George Foreman and went out there and proved it.
Yeah.
This is Buzz Crawford's George Foreman fight for me. If he goes out there and he handles Kell the way that he needs to win, and he does the win, man, then I take back everything I said about Bud. And I gotta say, whoa, man, you know, Bud do have a shot against Earl. That's my only question about the bro. If he passed that right there, then hey, man, I understand. But sometimes, you know, a lot of times a fighter be with ESPN, man. It's like a mug of beer. You know how you got that foam at the top? You know, that foam at the top of the beer is a little bit of that. What can I say? That ESPN hype that they put on there. You know, you got substance at the bottom, but you got a little bit at the top. It's just a matter of how much at the top is it. You know, how real is that? So we're gonna see in this fight, man. And I'm
because every time Top Rank be boosting motherfuckers up, they fuck around and lose like Lomachenko and shit.
Yeah, you know, but I'm not saying he'll lose. But
another guy, Chocolatito, he won Top Rank, but he was with like HBO, and HBO had the machine behind him saying he was the best guy in the world and shit. I'm just looking like, how are these two guys the best world when like Andre Ward is fighting?
Man, and the thing is, they got the rematch clause too. So what if he, you know, if it's a close fight and Bud just happened to lose and they got the rematch, he still proves a lot. He still proves the theory. And then in the second fight, man, he got a chance to come back through and then be a real big factor in the thing. I think all this is going to do is like when they was talking to Earl about him saying that you got to build your profile. I think he's doing it in that regard when he's fighting a guy like this and proving to everybody he belongs, and he's building that resume to that fight. But, you know, if he, you know, he might just go out and just win it, man. And if he goes out and just win it, man, that's good too. I'm happy about that because we get that other big fight that we waiting on. That's him and Earl Spence. So it's good all the way around, man. But, you know, I'll be more confident on what's coming up next from what I see from this fight. But I'm super hyped about this fight, man. I really am. I think this is the best fight Bud could have picked. I think Bud knows what he's up against. Bud is going to be ready. He done trained his ass off. He look in great shape like he always do, but he put on a little bit more muscle. So he ready. He know it's going to be a little bit of a war. It's not going to just be, you know, textbook like he wants it to be. But I really advise him to get mobile. I really do.
If you free Saturday night, nigga, I'd love to have you on the panel for the live fight chat. Cause you going for Kell Brook, so I need somebody to laugh at when
Hey man, you know, I definitely stop by, bro. You know, because I like what you got going on, man. I missed you on that other show, man. I don't watch them no more now, bro. You know, they messed up, man.
still show them some support, man. You know what I'm saying? We all boxing family at the end of the day.
Exactly, man. And we like to chop it up about boxing, man. That's what it's all about, bro.
On that card, we got Joshua Franco and Andrew Maloney in the co-main event. They fighting for a WBA regular, bro.
Man,
The regular junior bantamweight title. I don't know how the WBA gets so many belts, bro.
Man, them sanction fees, man. They counting that money.
And we got Joshua Gray. He coming back in the 8-round fight against Edwin Rodriguez. We got Tyler Howard and Keandre Leatherwood in the 8-round middleweight fight. Elvis Rodriguez is back. Yes, sir.
Back.
Oh, Elvis, man. I love that part, man.
Back again.
He a bad.
Okay.
I don't know who he's fighting, but whoever he's fighting probably getting knocked out.
Hey, that's why it's to be determined.
Yeah, he's in the 8-round fight. Then you got Raymond Maratala versus Luis Perozzo. I know Raymond supposed to be like this little prospect that they're high on. So we'll see how that plays out. You got Duke Reagan, another highly touted prospect coming up at the amateurs. I think this is his second or third fight. And you got Vegas Larfield. Don't know who that is, so I don't know.
I never heard of that guy either.
Over in the UK, oh my God, you got Katie Taylor fighting Miriam Gutierrez. I didn't know Katie Taylor was fighting this week, honestly. You got
Hey, that's gonna be on YouTube too, bro.
it's gonna be on YouTube.
Yeah, they put that on YouTube. Yeah.
Okay, you got Terry Harper versus Katharina Danduries. I don't know who that is. I don't know these women, man. Big ups to the women fighting them. Supposed to be a card for number 14 on PPC, but I guess they scrapped that bitch.
Man.
All right, that's pretty much it, man. Let me see if we got anything on the night before. So tonight is the 11th. Yep. So tonight you got some junior middleweight action. Some guys I have no idea who they are. They fighting out of the Yorkshire, UK. So UK got a card. You got Paddy Donovan. That's the only name that I know. Paddy Donovan, the only name that I know. And that's bad. He fighting in the first fight of the night. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
I have no idea who it is, but I might check him out, man. It's boxing on
ESPN Plus tonight. Okay.
ESPN Plus. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I might.
Hey, man, they need more boxing during the week, man. They need to bring back Tuesday night fights, bro.
That's what I was saying about PBC, man. Like when I first watching boxing, like in 2015, 16, like they had that shit popping like every week, you know.
Oh man.
I seen Gallimore. As I seen Justin DeLoach. As I seen a lot of those guys, you know what I'm saying. But now we don't get it no more. I just don't understand why. Black Black Seed right quick, man. Black Seed.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Yes,
what's going on, Black Seed? How you doing, brother?
Man, what's up, man? How y'all brothers doing here?
And we're just talking about the little kid press conference, man. Them boys were staring at each other for about an hour. I mean, legit hour.
Hell yeah, they were like old boy was trying to get between them, bro. That shit looked like the tight ass grilled cheese sandwich. He was like that shit looked like a grilled cheese sandwich. He couldn't get in there, bro. He was trying to get in, like
he's trying to get like, hey man, we gotta break this up, man. Bro, if you don't move your bitch ass out the way, man.
Yo, and Bud looked like hella serious, man, and he got even closer. But see,
hold on, bro. I'm sorry, everybody. Rest in peace to Mo 3, man. Rest in peace to Mo 3, man. God damn, I heard he got shot in his hometown of Dallas today. I just seen it on fucking World Star that they confirmed that he got shot and killed. I can't. This fucking shit don't make no sense, bro.
Man.
We ain't gotta be beefing with each other, y'all. Like we ain't gotta be envious of anybody. It's enough money out there for everybody, baby. I'm telling y'all. They don't quit making money and people don't quit spending money. You feel me?
Exactly.
So, rest in peace, Mo 3, man. I know it probably was over some bullshit, and I just, man, hearts out to his family, man. Nigga made some good ass music for real. He just was on the fucking Mike Tyson podcast with Boosie, man. Like shit, 2 weeks ago. Like 2 weeks ago, my nigga.
Damn, man.
Now he ain't here no more. But I'm sorry, Black Seeds. Go ahead.
Nah, man. Look, I just want to say, rest in peace to him. I didn't know the brother or whatever, but you know, just if man, just you know, it just seems like, man, just I don't know. He was a musician, right? So you think that's crazy? Like rap music, like it just seems like rap music is like the only fucking like genre where like the niggas just die before they get a chance to really spin that bread and do something with it. Like it's just, to me, that's crazy, bro. It's like just constantly just getting murdered, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm talking about Bang Road Fresh, Young Greatness. Doe B, Mo 3 now. Man, a lot of young niggas. King Von last week. I ain't even know what I'm saying who King Von was, but everybody's telling me about his music and shit. So, yeah, man, a lot of these guys, man, get to that point. And I mean, it's like the age old saying always go, man. You can't have 1 feet in the street and 1 feet in the music industry. That shit ain't gonna work.
Yeah. You can't be a halfway gangster, right? It goes something like that, right? Isn't that
something like that, man? I just don't, man, because it's just a mindset, man. Like that's how it just motherfuckers bring that street mentality into the rap game, and that shit just overfloods. You know what I'm saying? It's not good, man. But anyway, back to body.
Oh yeah, what I want to say. First of all, I want to come in. I know I already typed it in the chat, but man, I wanted to give you your props. I want to say, like, I think your channel might be the only fucking channel that I've seen so far that speaks positively about this fight, right? Like all the other ones are just like number negativity. Oh, this fight doesn't mean anything. Oh, Bud needs to fight somebody. Bud needs to. I'm like, okay, well, tell me who can Bud fight that is not with the PBC, right?
I mean, Bud told
with a big name, like who? What non-PBC fighter? What's and not just that, Mike. It's not just that. They pumped out video after video for like a whole year and a half, and even earlier this year about how Bud is ducking Kell Brook. So they've been working on the fight. They couldn't make the fight for whatever reason. Of course, he couldn't make weight, and also
on Kell Brook. Go listen to the Brian Custer podcast. He told his people, go give me Q Thurman. They called him back, but like, man, Keith Thurman fight ain't gonna happen. He's like, man, shit, why not? I want him. He said, the nigga want 10 million. Oh, okay. And we can't fight him then. You know what I'm saying? It's a pandemic. He want 10 million. So he didn't even Kell Brook wasn't even on his radar. He said that on Relentless and the Brian Custer podcast. He wasn't even thinking about Kell Brook, you know what I'm saying? He wanted Q Thurman, but Q Thurman, of course, I'll price itself, man.
Like where's $10 million going to come from? What is even half of that? Because it just seems like, because especially it's not pay-per-view. Plus, there's no ticket gates. So there's no ticket gate, there's no concessions, there's no pay-per-view. So how are you even going to get half of 10 million? Because it seems like Bud and Kell Brook is splitting 5 million. It seemed like Bud get the bigger piece, and also it seems like that's the same thing that happened with the Teofimo versus Leo fight. Like this, basically they split $5 million. So they're not even getting half of that, half of 10 million. So for him to ask for 10 million, knowing that there's no ticket sales, it's not a pay-per-view, and there's no live gate, and there's no concessions, it's really like he really don't want to fight. He was just Keith Thurman being Keith Thurman. Look, I respect Keith Thurman. He's a good fighter. Well, like I said, it's just Keith Thurman be Keith Thurman. He'll sell you a lie, real. He'll be real convincing with that shit too,
Hey, real quick, man, let me address Mr. Vegas right quick, man. Mr. Vegas, Bo Mac said this, Bo Mac said that. Bo Mac said a lot of shit. I like Bo Mac, but he a shit talker, all right? I asked Bo Mac the other day, what kind of challenges does Carl Frampton present to Jamel Herring? Not a damn thing. That's what he told. I said, what? Nothing. Nothing. So Bo Mac talks shit, man. Bo Mac is just like you, just like me, and just like everybody, black person that grew up in the hood. Probably he was a boxer, so he talk shit. That's what he do. Of course he gonna say Brook ain't got nothing for them. Of course he gonna say that because he believe in his fighter. But Bo Mac, no, go back to that interview and listen to what he told me. He said, nigga, hey, the man got stabbed. He a nigga. Quote him. Those are his words. He's a nigga. So he coming.
Yeah.
This is the fucking Super Bowl. He coming. He a nigga. So what you expect? Kell done been through the wire, man. Fought Gennady at 160, nigga. Off what? 2 weeks notice? 3 weeks notice? I don't know how much time he had. Then fought Errol Spence right after he fought Gennady. The man is the motherfucking warrior, dog. He ain't coming to lay down for nobody.
Facts.
He'll have to put his ass down.
Let's also not forget how they create these fake ass narratives and people just eat it up because look, it's the in style thing to do. It's in fashion to hate on Bud Crawford. It's been like that for a while. That's gonna get you a lot of views. It's gonna get a lot of people to come to your channel so they could come and hate because hate is the new love. But let's not look. You ever notice how they don't speak on the fact that Kell Brook is the biggest fucking win on Errol Spence's resume? Like that's the biggest win on his resume. That's where it all started, and that's his biggest victory. It's not Mikey Garcia. I don't think it's Sean Porter. All right. But if you want to say Sean Porter, fine. Kell Brook beat Sean Porter when Sean Porter was undefeated and in his prime. Right? In his 20s, in his prime.
Champion.
Right. And he beat him more convincing than anyone else. Facts.
Took his belt from him, came to America, and took that shit back to the UK.
And Spence struggled with Kell Brook in their fight, and he fought Kell Brook when Kell Brook was at his worst. And even when Kell Brook was at his worst, he lumped up Errol Spence and pieced up Errol Spence more than anyone has. He was coming off a loss. He was coming off of being drained, coming down 2 weight classes. He was coming off of not only losing, but being stopped. He was also coming off of an injury, right? And his face still wasn't his face. He was coming off an injury in a matter of months. And he jumped in the ring with Errol Spence, right? That wasn't Errol Spence. That wasn't Kell Brook at his best. Kell Brook at his best would be undefeated, right? Fully healthy, not being drained. That's at your best. At your worst is when you're coming off a loss, coming off of being stopped, coming off an injury, draining yourself down 2 weight classes. That's not at your best.
Draining back to your natural weight.
Star Sports TV. He want to come back to that. I believe. Go ahead.
But no, I'm sorry. I just want to say
something wrong. Like, did I lie?
I mean,
you said he came
at his worst. He fell away about that. I believe. If not, then I'll take it over. But let's start.
Yeah, I was just my only thing when he said that he came down and he weight drained himself. He came back down to his normal weight. That was his regular fighting weight. He moved up to fight Triple G. He wasn't supposed to go up there.
So right, but that's still you still have to drain. What does drain mean? It means you have to release something. You have to take off something. You have to shed something. Something is being pulled from you. He had to pull down 2 weight classes to get back to where he originally was.
Like, see, at the end of the day, nobody tell Kell Brook to take that fight. He could have vacated the belt. He decided to be a man, a principal, be a man of honor, and I respect that. But you can't put that on Errol Spence.
I didn't. I'm not, Mike, but I'm saying the results was that he was not. Was he at his best? Is what I'm saying, Mike. Was he not coming off a loss? Was he not coming off an injury? Was he not coming off an injury?
Fight. He looked.
What happened?
Fight. Just saying. He looked. I'm not
right.
That Kell was at his worst. I ain't gonna put that on Kell. Kell looked good in that fight against Errol Spence till his eye broke. That's the only thing Kell broke in that fight, because his eye broke. It wasn't because he was weight drained or he was tired or none of that shit. His eye broke, period.
He was not at his best. Coming off a loss, coming off an injury. No, his performance was great, but that doesn't just because he sucked it up and gave a great performance. That doesn't mean that he was at his best. That was multiple strikes that I gave. That was multiple strikes that I give you. Any fighter that goes up 2 weight classes fights a guy at 160 who should be at 168, but he ducked Andre Ward and got hurt in that fight, got injured, right? So you're coming off an injury. And you had to file for an extension with the IBF because your face still wasn't fully healed. So they had to push the fight back a few more months.
Let me ask you a question.
This ain't me. Hey, and this is me saying Kell Brook. To me, Kell Brook was Errol Spence's biggest victory. It wasn't Sean Porter. It was Kell Brook.
It's a friendly debate. Let me ask you a question. Do you think Kell Brook walk around at 147?
You asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Yeah, no, hell no. I don't think he walks around. I don't think any of the fighters walk around at the weight that they fight at.
Walk around at.
If I had to guess,
yeah, just guess.
I don't know, like close to like 180, 170.
So ain't it safe to say that in the fight with Gennady Golovkin, he wouldn't have to strip all that weight down like he do for 147? So he might be a little bit fresher, a little bit better.
Yeah, I never said that. What I'm saying is when he had to take all that weight back off to come down to 147. No, Mike, because look, put it like this. When Roy Jones went up in weight and then came back down, you saw what happened. You can't play around with your weight, Mike. You can't go up and down with it.
That's different. That's heavyweight.
He jumped up 2 weight classes and fought someone and he got stopped. Okay, that's fine. But he sustained an injury. So even if you want to take off the weight shit, he was coming off an injury, dog, where he had a broken face and his face still wasn't fully healed. What happened?
The injury held up.
Yeah, I understand that he still performed well, but you saying the injury held up, but supposedly he had to compensate because the other side of his face was fucked up, and so he had to like compensate for it. And in other words, and so his other side of his face got injured, right?
Like your fucking, it ain't like your face walking, my nigga. Your face is just sitting there. It ain't like your leg. No, if you injured one Achilles.
No, look. I'm going off of what I'm going off of what I seen, Mike. And I'm going off of what I heard and what I heard, and supposedly by doctors.
No time to exercise. It ain't doing nothing but sitting there. Show me a nigga who do a face push up.
Hey, after a few plastic surgeries, I can show you some bitches that could move their face in some weird ass angle. But I understand what you're saying. That's not a limb, but supposedly with like the trajectory and how your face is made, is how it's evened out. Put it like this, bro. If you take out one tooth out your fucking mouth, your face is not gonna look the same. Like if you lose teeth, your face, your jawline, all that shit is disfigured. But anyway, even if you want to not talk about the weight, he didn't drain himself or whatever, that's fine. But he still sustained the injury, and his face still wasn't fully healed. He had to apply for an extension with the IBF. Right.
So let me ask you one.
Look, I'm not hating. It's not about me hating on Spence. This is me saying that Kell Brook, they're devaluing the fight, and Kell Brook was, in my humble opinion, was Errol Spence's best victory till this day. And he beat. And if you want to say that Sean Porter was Errol Spence's biggest victory, Kell Brook beat Sean Porter while Sean Porter was in his prime and undefeated. Right.
My last question so what you're saying is the Kell Brook going into the Crawford fight is better than the Kell Brook going into the Errol Spence fight? Yes or no?
Just I can only say yes or no. That's what you're saying.
I'm passing it to.
There's only two answers.
Because I'm being honest. No, well, because I want to explain why the answer is yes. I feel like Kell Brook is more healthy.
I need a yes. I'm gonna go to Black Star. Then I'm coming right back.
Okay, see, that's why I asked. That's why I said that. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Black Star.
Yeah, well, yeah, I wanted to know that as well because I'm just trying to figure, understand his logic a little better. But I do see what you're saying that Kell Brook was Earl's best opponent. I mean, that's fair to say that. Can't really argue that because I could see that. But I was interested in hearing what you thought about this fight here when you said that the eye issue and the weight coming down back to your normal fighting weight to defend your title that you won at this weight class. Was going to be something that was going to adhere him. And then when they fought the fight, it didn't really seem to be a factor because he took a knee because of the punishment. And that was obvious. It wasn't like you seen him wavering and moving around that ring like he was just felt or something like that, like he just was, weak or nothing like that. I mean, he was beat down to his knees in that fight. And what Earl was able to accomplish in that fight was very impressive because he took the one guy that the guys didn't want to get in there with and they didn't want to fight him. And he went in there and actually fought him. He didn't go in there and run around. He went in there and they went to war. And it was a hell of a fight, man. I mean, I understand you bringing up the weight issue because sometimes it is like Roy Jones went all the way to heavyweight, man. He went past his natural weight. He had to put on excess weight over top of what he ever weighed before to get up there.
I get what you're saying. Look, I agree, brother. I agree. But nobody just like Mike said, nobody put a gun to Kell Brook's head and told him to go and do this shit. But the fact that he went up 2 weight classes, he jumped up 2 weight, that's when his body's already used to coming to 147. So he's not. In other words, normally when he cuts weight, he comes down to 147. So now he comes to 160. Supposedly that's easy. It's still tell your body that though. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, the result was that he got his face fucking broken. All right. And, like I say, so even if that's not the case, even if y'all, if y'all want to disregard that, my whole point was that this Bud Crawford versus Kell Brook fight was being devalued because supposedly, because for all the wrong reasons, right? In other words, and they complain that the fight is not big enough. Well, the fight will never be big enough if you downplay everything the other fighter's doing.
Exactly.
So how the fuck the fight go get big if no matter what Bud does is wrong and everything Errol Spence does is right? So in other words, you just don't want to see the fight. It is.
Well, no, I see what you're saying. A lot of channels do that, but that's not my channel either, brother. But I mean, I agree with what you're saying there, man. But
you can't treat Bud Crawford like he's a fucking lifetime welterweight when he arrived at welterweight at 30, 31 years old, bro. Like that, you can't disregard all his other accomplishments and try to make him start from scratch when the guy that y'all try to defend and Errol Spence he didn't ask Mikey Garcia to do shit. Mikey Garcia didn't have to do anything to get his fight, to qualify to fight Errol Spence. He didn't have to do a damn thing. So,
yeah, but this really ain't about Errol Spence at this point. But I see where you're driving. A lot of the channels do go there. But in my opinion, it was more about.
Let me real. No matter if it's Earl fighting, no matter if it's Terence fighting, motherfuckers gonna bring the other guy's name up no matter what, because
you got that's facts there.
Together until they fight.
Yeah, that's some good points.
Look at Mr. Vegas. You see this dude here? This dude, Mr. Vegas trolling. Look what he just said. The reason why Mikey got the fight because he pound for pound. So what do you call Errol Spence? What do you call Bud Crawford? So Bud Crawford ain't pound for pound. He don't even deserve to be Mr. Vegas. Call this nigga Mr. Reno. You the knock off Vegas, nigga. Fuck out of here. Look, that's his excuse, Mike. The reason why, that's how these niggas think. The reason why Bud Crawford didn't deserve the fight and he had to get a belt first, and the reason why Mikey deserved the fight is because Mikey's pound for pound. So Bud's not. Okay, all right.
Bro, why you call that man Mr. Reno, though? Hey, man, that's funny shit I heard all day, man. Man, Mr. Vegas, man, get that man up off you like that, man. God damn. No, I'm fucking with you, man. Mike, brother, the reason why Bud didn't deserve the fight because he not pound for pound, but Mikey Garcia is. Okay. Hey, man. That's his opinion, though, man. You can't get mad at a man's opinion. At the end of the day, we all ain't gonna feel the same. You know what I'm saying? We all ain't gonna feel the same about fights and fighters and shit. Right now, Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, them two guys gonna always be linked together. So anytime you say anything about either one of them, somebody gonna have something to say.
Yeah, but this fight will definitely propel that fight to me. Especially if Bud wins, that's gonna make a lot of the people, like you say, brother Black Caesar, it's gonna change a lot of their opinions too. If he go in there and just handle it, well, maybe not, because like you say, a lot of them, no matter what he do, they're gonna say, "Oh well, Kell, his eyes, he did this. It was 3 years." I mean, they've been talking that too about this fight, like it ain't no good. But Kell Brook is gonna be a hell of a test. It's gonna be a hell of a fight. And if Bud get past it, man, Bud is passing a hell of a test, man. And real hardcore boxing fans know, man, that's not gonna be no easy work for him. That's why he in the lab, he working hard, man. I mean, look at he always in shape, but look at him now. He done put on a little bit more ump to him. He came in there now, he coming in there buck. He ready to go to war as well. So we're gonna see a great fight, man. And then they're gonna have to say, man, no matter the outcome, it was a hell of a fight.
And speaking of Kell Brook, let's go ahead and talk about this shit real quick, man. Kell Brook. Mr. Vegas, man, you more than welcome. Come on, brother. You know I ain't got no problem about coming on. But let Kell Brook speak on his piece right quick. Kell.
I just think that this is my time. I just do believe this is my time. He's not boxed anything at my level. These box guys what have been lesser than me. You know, I'm a huge welterweight with disturbing power. I'm criminal power. You know, I possess. I'm ready to do whatever I need to do to get that win. You know, I'm ready to walk through bullets, through fire to become two-time world champion. I'm going to leave it all in that ring on the 14th because, trust me, I'm coming hard for this fight.
Man, that nigga said, boy, he going to walk through bullets for this win. Yeah, man. Look, hey, bro, I love what I'm hearing, bro. I ain't going to lie to you. I love the fact that this man feels that way because I need to see Crawford, you know what I'm saying, beat somebody who really, that I believe is kind of or very, very close to his level. I ain't think Cain Velasquez was close to a level, so I predicted a knockout, just like Benavidez and Jeff Horn. But this fight, I'm not even predicting a knockout. I think Crawford, if presented itself, could catch Kell with a shot they don't see coming, like an uppercut or one of those right hooks when he goes southpaw. But I think Crawford is safer to say that he'll probably win on points, but I love to hear this kind of shit from Kell. You know what I'm saying? He like Crawford gonna have to fight, man. Like he gonna have to fight. Ain't no ands, ifs, or buts about it. He gonna have to fight. Let me see, man. If not, man, y'all got anything else y'all want to add? If not, man, we're gonna get to another show, man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, Mr. Vegas said I contradicted myself, man. And bro, I mean, you calling me White Star, bro? I mean, what's up with the disrespect, bro? You know what I'm saying? I ain't never disrespect you. I ain't call you Reno. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, what's up with all that, bro? We just talking boxing here, bro. But I mean, you posed the question. I mean, explain to me where I contradicted myself. That's all I want to know.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know how you did either. No, so maybe he met somebody else. I don't know. I put the link in the chat for Mr. Vegas, so he welcome to come on, and y'all welcome to have it out. If not, Porter said next he don't need a Brook. I mean, yeah, but nobody was. I'm with Bud. It's like nobody was begging for Sean Porter. Like niggas.
Oh yeah, bro. Did you hear about that though?
Let me go my tangent right quick, man. Man, back before when I was on the Boxing Voice, a lot of these dudes used to call in and say, look, man, Mike, bro, I know you like Sean Porter. You think Sean Porter gonna give Earl a fight, but everybody called in and say, Earl gonna knock out Sean Porter. Earl ain't on Sean Porter. I can show you text messages from one of my homies, nigga, that's in the boxing game. He's like, man, Porter ain't got a chance. Earl gonna knock him out, nigga. Man down, man, the hell, all this shit. I'm sitting here telling everybody who will listen, bro, y'all, Sean Porter a dog. Sean Porter a dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't going there about to get knocked out by Earl Spence. Have y'all seen Sean Porter fight when he's motivated? This nigga is one of the best welterweights in the game. Nah, everybody who called in that show who was going with Earl Spence said Earl was going to knock out Sean Porter. That did not happen. That did not happen. And then ever since then, everybody started changing their tune about Sean Porter. I swear to God, that's how it went. Everybody done started changing their tune about Sean Porter. Oh, Sean Porter, a damn good fighter. Let's put him in there with Crawford. Let's put him in there with Crawford. Nah, why y'all want to put Sean there with Crawford? Why not just put Earl in there with Crawford? Why not just put Earl in there? Ain't Earl ready? He fighting Daddy. He said he ready. Listen, I mean, next year, early year, after Danny, Manny Pacquiao is evident. He don't want Spence. He don't want them meet Bud Crawford. He don't want either one of those guys. It's evident. So why not put motherfucking Earl Spence and Terence Crawford in the ring next year? Why not? It makes the most sense to me. And Mr. Vegas, man, use goddamn me use Safari. Use Safari. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand it, man. But go ahead, Black Seas. I see you unmuted.
Yeah, my bad. Nah, I didn't mean to do that, bro. You good?
All right, man. But yeah, man. If not, man, we're gonna get to this Mike Tyson show, man. Mike Tyson came out with some comments about Tyson Fury, some flattering comments, you could say, and some not so flattering comments about Deontay Wilder. So we'll get into that, and we'll do that show probably like around, I'm gonna say 5 o'clock. So in 33 minutes, man, catch me for that Mike Tyson show. His comments about Fury, his comments about goddamn me Wilder. What's going on, Big Papa? Yes, sir. Smash that thumbs up button, man. Big ups to Black Star Sports TV. Y'all go follow this page right now, not now, but right now. It just says block or report. Mr. Vegas, hit me up on IG, and we'll work this shit out for the future shows and shit. I'm gonna get you on. And big ups to my guy Black Seas. You know what I'm saying? Shout out everybody out in the chat. Andrew Charles, Big Papa. Everybody in the chat, man, who support Mike on Sports, I appreciate it. Catch me in about 32 minutes for the Mike Tyson show. Go ahead, Black Speed.
Yo, Mike. I just want to say, I just had a question to the. I just want to say something. I want to respond to the brother, Mr. Reno, up in there. Like he said that. Okay, all right. He could be Vegas if you want him to be Mike. All right, but look, all right, but hold up. But he was asking. He was like, "Why don't Bud fight Porter?" Look, I would love to see Bud fight Porter, right? But if Bud could fight any PBC fighter right now, I would love for him to see Spence. This is the fight we've been asking for years. And if you notice, when Sean Porter got his title, none of the fans, supposedly boxing fans, non-biased boxing fans, none of them asked or advocated for Porter to unify with Bud, right? Bud had a title at that time. So they didn't want Thurman to unify with Bud. They didn't want Porter, they don't want Spence definitely to unify with Bud, and they didn't want Porter when he got a belt to unify with Bud. So it really like everything is just right there in our faces, right? So I mean, I get it now. Like, but just keep in mind, bro. Like they pretend like they advocate for just boxing and they want to see the best fight the best. Like, why they never ask for Porter to unify with Bud, right? Just think about it. When he had a title, right? They wanted him to fight with Spence and only Spence. And when Porter was given that mandatory to fight Ugas, which is a damn tough fight that Spence didn't even want to take, right? Even when he was complaining that nobody wanted to fight him, he could have fought. He could have fought Ugas. Ugas was right there in his face and was calling him out and was ranked like #1 and #2 with the IBF at the time. So with that said, right, they complain. That's how you know it's all about Spence to them, because they complain that he didn't, that Porter didn't unify with Spence right away. They complain that he actually had a mandatory and WBC made him fight Ugas instead. So, right, it's not about, they don't want the best to fight the best. They want a certain fighter to fight only one fighter, right? And then they use the side of the street and all these other excuses. We'll never see the fights that we want to see. Right now, all these brothers in their 30s now. They got a whole batch of young fighters that's ready to come up right now. All them niggas hungry. Virgil Ortiz, all these niggas hungry, man. Like Boots Ennis calling people out. Oh, why don't Boots fight? Why don't Spence fight? Why don't Bud fight Boots? Nigga, why y'all never talk about Spence fighting Boots? Why is like it's always Bud, right? It's like it's always Bud. Anyway, man, I appreciate you letting me on, man. Everybody stay up. Hit the like button, support Mike channel, bro. Mike is one of the only non-biased, positive. Look how he went in on me when I went on that Kell Brook shit. You know, Mike lit me up right quick. You know, but look, man, y'all stay up, bro.
It's all love, Black Seeds. But yeah, man, look, it's when it comes to the PBC, man, like sometimes you gotta just look at the business, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I don't get myself too wrapped up into he need to fight him, he need to do that. And I don't do that because I sit back and look. Now, I knew damn well when Sean Porter got his title, he wasn't gonna go with and unify with motherfucking Terence Crawford, because he with Al Heyman. The most logical thing for Al Heyman to do as a businessman, as a smart businessman, is to do an in-house unification. And that's exactly what he did. You know what I'm saying? The only reason they're begging for it now because shit, Sean Porter ain't got a title, Keith Thurman ain't got a title, Danny Garcia ain't got a title, but shit, Bud been offered Danny Garcia a contract. He never answered. Keith Thurman won $10 million. He never answered. And Sean Porter just fought Sebastian Formella. Are you telling me that Sebastian Formella is a tougher opponent than Kell Brook? Are you even telling me that Danny Garcia, why Earl didn't come back and face Kell Brook? Danny Garcia to me is not a tougher opponent than Kell Brook right now. I think Kell Brook beats Danny Garcia and beats Keith Thurman right now.
Facts.
That's, you know what I'm saying? But
Kell Brook get a hold of Keith Thurman chin, is over with, bro.
I don't know. Based off his last fight, I don't know if Kell Brook could necessarily beat Sean Porter. I'm just thinking about the Earl Spence fight. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I think when Porter is motivated, Porter shows up. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he was really that motivated for the Sebastian Formella fight, and he seen that Sebastian was going to survive the whole way, so he probably, you know what I'm saying, let off the gas a little bit. But I think Kell Brook, man, is definitely a legitimate opponent. Definitely gonna go out there and give Crawford all he want, and Crawford is gonna have to rise to the occasion. But man, we gotta get ready for this show, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know how I do, and y'all know how I get down. Big ups to Black Seeds and Black Star Sports TV. Thank y'all for joining the panel. Until next time, catch me at 5:00 p.m. Eastern time. So that's 28 minutes from Mike Tyson comments about Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Till next time. Later.
Sometimes you gotta give people their flowers. While they can still smell them. Mark Nash, Michael Gross, the boss. My nigga, my brother. Let's get this done, Mike. We all love sports, right? Mike Ross, the boss, this is Mike on sports. He smoke competition, same time smoke a port. When it comes to debating, he's one of the greatest. Put him on the A-list, over Kellerman and Bayless. If you missed the show, couldn't make it, just log on and click the playlist. That boy always working, not to be played with. Hit subscribe and the bell for the latest. Mike Cross the boss, Mike on sports. Right there from first bell, tip up and coin toss. Mike Cross the boss, Mike on sports. He call it how he see it, either you won or you lost. Big games, big fights, rolling dubs up. You like the content, hater, click the thumbs up. Cashapp, super chat, go all in. But do your research first before you call in.
Been waiting on. And yes, I am back. I am back, I am back.